What's up, Cancer? Welcome to your August reading. I hope you're all having an amazing day. We're going to see what you can expect for the month ahead. We're going to look into the week by week overview and see what is in store for you, beautiful Cancerian. If you'd like to book a private reading, the info's in the description box down below. And let's start off by pulling one card that represents the overall energy of August for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. What do you have to expect? Fairies of the future. Okay. Overall energy of August. This is a time where you're needing to be here now in the present, be readily available, because this is a month of significant change. And this just feels like preparation. You've been anticipating, you've been preparing for a big shift in your life. Some of you are moving. Some of you are about to launch some sort of business idea. I'm getting entrepreneurship. Maybe this is about a relationship and taking it to the next level. But however this may resonate for you, August is the month of the turning point. Significant turning point for you, Cancer. We have the Singer of Intuition at the bottom, and this would just be confirmation to continue to trust your intuition, to follow the signs, symbols, and synchronicities, and just know and trust yourself. At the end of the day, you know yourself better than anybody else, better than any tarot card, oracle card. It don't matter. You need to honor your own spirituality and your own inner knowing. This is also a time here of like, you might be anticipating something that has been brewing. You can just sense, like, what are you sensing? Singer of Intuition, Lady of the Harvest. Something is completing or something's coming to an end for some of you. This is like the knowing before it happens. Like, okay, this job, I'm leaving this job. Or I have a feeling me and this person might be going our separate ways. Or there's this inner knowing of, like, the signs are there. When it's time to harvest, you know. You big check-in, you're observing. How much growth has there been? Now it's time to harvest the seeds. The fruits and the seeds. You could be planting some new seeds here. But this is all about making some sort of space. This is connected. We're in eclipse season officially. And this is all about realignment. It's Lady of Harvest. Oh, that no. I'm seeing an end of a really frustrating time for whoever I'm connecting with. Whoever's energy is coming through in today's reading. You've been going through a lot of like uphill battles. And it hasn't been super easy. But there seems to be like a resolution taking place. Or some sort of issue, some sort of problem that you've been having. Month of August, this is the turning point for you. In your favor, of course. So we're going to break it down week by week. First week of August, let's see what you can expect, Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. What do you need to know for the first week of August? For Cancer. Wheel of Fortune's your first card out. And the Page of Wands. I think you got good news coming in. There's a shift in the direction and it's in your favor and it feels really good. You could have been feeling really stuck or trapped, but not anymore. You might be getting some sort of news or message or like words of comfort from somebody. Your emotions about a situation that's been very stressful is changing. There's a new beginning that you are embodying, embarking on, and embracing some sort of new identity, or like there's like a shift in like your awareness. We have the Chariot at the bottom, which is your energy, Cancer, which is absolutely gorgeous. So first week of August, I'm seeing a significant shift in terms of like your mindset. First, it starts with your mindset, because with the Wheel of Fortune to the Eight of Swords, so you were feeling stuck, you were feeling trapped, you felt like there was no way out, you were feeling that frustration. Oh, that gnome. You were feeling really in this challenged state of being. Maybe this is about finances, a job, you and another person, but it felt like also fear of change. This combination is like fear of the unknown, fear of things happening beyond your control, feeling powerless, feeling stuck, feeling like you have no say. trouble with communicating your ideas or expressing yourself, that's shifting. This is a significant shift taking place. You're finally able to release whatever that's been holding you back, or if it's just been yourself, if you've been getting in your own way and having negative thoughts that have been controlling your life and affecting how you show up in your life, in your relationships, in people, dating, money. Like, there's a huge epiphany, a huge awakening that you're having, and it's like there's this energy of setting yourself free, or like a burden that's been lifted. Page of Cups fell out on the Wheel of Fortune, so I'm feeling as if this is either, okay, when we talk about you, this has to do with how you express yourself, and if you're feeling safe within your own body, the way that you speak to yourself, because I am getting somebody here, whoever you are, you may be struggling with a lot of negative self-talk or self-doubt, or you're giving yourself a very harsh time. So I'm feeling like this Page of Cups is like, can you give yourself grace? Can you have patience and forgiveness for maybe mistakes that you made, or whatever that you may be looking at where it's like glass half empty, or just being really difficult, really challenging to be motivated is also an energy from this. I'm feeling like just like stuck, trapped, stuck. I don't know why. And when I said stuck in my mind's eye, what's that? I don't know what the movie's called. I haven't seen it in a long ass time, but it's like a guy that goes on a hike. I think there's like in the canyon and he gets stuck, or like his foot gets trapped in the rocks and he's like, he has to get rescued. And it was like based off a true story. I don't know why the fuck. I don't know why the fuck that just made me think of the movie. I don't know what it's called. I haven't seen it in years, but it's just like there was something that you felt like you could not move forwards, or like you were just trapped. Maybe the fear that you were experiencing, the doubt, you didn't have the bravery or the courage to stand up for yourself or to express yourself. So anyways, all that is shifting this month and this next week. For those that are resonating, this is going to be a very pivotal time for you to find that courage to step forwards and to express yourself and express your needs. So the Page of Cups, if we're talking about someone else that's in your environment, whether that be a friend, family member, a lover, someone that you deal with on more of a professional level, I'm just seeing here that there's this recognition, finally able to feel understood, even if your ideas or values might not match with someone else. It's like there's like an agree to disagree. I don't know why I'm getting that, but there seems to be like you're finally able to let something be known, and it's healing and it's freeing. It's very much like, okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, we can finally move forwards and start over with the Fool. We can start fresh. We can wipe the slate clean and move along and not be stuck in the past. Like some of you were straight up just stuck in the past. Someone might be apologizing for mistakes or for the way they may have hurt you. You didn't see that coming, 8 of Swords. You didn't see that coming. So, Chariot's at the bottom with the 3 of Cups and the Hierophant. Definitely moving towards higher levels of commitment, higher levels of community, friends. Your social life is getting an upgrade. There might even be some people that you're reuniting with, or there's an energy of picking up where you left off with the 6 of Swords in the reverse. Something that you're returning to, familiar places, faces, but it's what's in alignment. It could be about repairs. 6 of Swords reverse and the 5 of Cups. Oops. There could be some sort of repairing of a relationship that I'm not getting like any betrayal like energy. I just feel like disappointments with this 5 of Cups, like someone that you kind of felt left behind or misunderstood, abandoned, like forgotten about. Anyways, I'm seeing that there's like reunion energy in the air. Maybe this is with friends or family. There's also something worth celebrating. So again, I'm seeing moving for some of you, moving, new contracts, new commitments. Maybe you and a friend are teaming up and you're launching some sort of, I don't know, maybe it's a podcast for somebody, right? We're getting like page of cups of like self-expression, and maybe it's unique and it's different. It's kind of out there. Sharing your unique ideas and visions that have a impact on this world, like on a global scale, you know? There's something that you're meant to be doing that's much greater than you and has impact others, or will be impacting others in a really harmonious way. Whew. I'm getting like an energy of teaching too with the Hierophant and the Three of Cups. Yeah, I get like being able to teach or share your wisdom or your experiences. Maybe this is through like writing or through like publishing something, putting yourself out there to be seen. It's time to be seen, Cancer. Time to be seen. Might be moving in with some friends, business contracts. So that's the first week I'm seeing. First week of August. Very interesting. Taking a sip of my water. Let's take a look into the second week. So the second week is when we have the solar eclipse in Leo on the 12th. And it is kind of like that portal energy opening up of new cycles, new energy, new moon on steroids. So let's take a look into the second week for Cancer. Show me clearly. And we have the Queen of Wands. What do you need to know for the second week of August? Ooh, wow. Wow. One more for Cancer. Second week of August. Thank you. A lot of like fiery colors, a lot of reds and oranges and yellows. So we start off with the Queen of Wands. A lot of fire. This entire spread is like fire, besides we have the Hierophant. So we have, just so you know, we have Queen of Wands, the Emperor, the Hierophant, Strength, and the Nine of Wands. So it's fire and a little bit of that earthy grounding, kind of bring us and anchor us in reality. There we have the Three of Cups again at the bottom. So second week of August is really nice. You're feeling positive. You're feeling very optimistic and so full of creativity. Your ideas are just booming. You have these visions and these instincts that are kicking in like, okay, I feel drawn to this. I want to study this thing. I want to reach out to this person. I want to go to this place. Like you're just this walking ball of magic. That's the way I want to put it. Walking literally in the Emperor, he's got this magic ball. You're like this magic ball of energy, just like full of potential waiting to be tapped into. And the Emperor, this is amazing because now you're bringing in the action, the adventure, and the discipline and the focus, like the willpower and the strength and the ability. And we literally have strength over here, which we'll get to that, but you have this ability like no other. So heavy energy, influential. You could be someone who wants to start some sort of like business. We talked about that in the first week. So maybe for those that have like a business idea, this is a great time of like either you're planning it or you're launching it or you're getting everything, all your ducks in a row. This is gonna be like so successful, I feel. Well, obviously we'll have to see what else comes through, but I feel like this is worth the investment. This is gonna be worth the investment. Emperor, Queen of Wands. Someone sees you also very attractive. We just switch gears and talk about like love for those that are interested. Because we do have a Hierophant over here. I do see like potential for long-term partnership or relationships or like romantic. I almost want to say remote. Okay, letting it go. The Emperor and the Hierophant. There seems like you're coming into alignment with like-minded people where you're able to grow and evolve and teach each other things. And you're dealing with people that are highly educated or highly experienced, somebody who may be much older than you or way more experienced than you. people that are in like a position of authority. You might be coming into some sort of teacher, like someone that you cross paths with, they may literally teach. You might be teaching, or maybe there's something about like going back to school, studying something, getting your master's degree. Like I'm getting a lot of like education or expanding, learning, growing, and just like steady effort to evolve, to grow. But I do feel like this is more representing of some kind of partnership. The reason why I'm saying that is we do have strength next out here. So like the way that they are just a team. And the same thing in the Nine of Wands. There's the line here, both cards. So I feel like this is representing some sort of partnership or team of people. Three of Cups is at the bottom. So I feel like, yeah. Okay, I'm going to show you what's at the bottom in a second. But I feel here that there's this... What's the right way to put it? Like I like a wall of protection, a wall of protection, or just loyalty, devotion, and undeniable support. Like you won't have to second guess it. It's literally something that just feels long lasting, withstanding time. And that's a Hierophant for you. This is like here to stay. He's the master. So, patience, second week of Leo season, or well, Leo season's already begun. Second week of August. I feel like your commitments ascending to a higher level, or taking your relationship to a next level. Three of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the King of Wands is at the bottom. More fire. And we have a pair, Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. Very, very, very compatible energies. I think that you are aligning with somebody that is very... They're such a great addition to your life. You're already full, you're already whole, you're already complete as is. But this is a beautiful addition to your life. Very, very harmonious, supportive, and uplifting, and quite in alignment with you. Better than you could ever ask for. Exceeds whatever your hopes, desires, dreams were. This exceeds that. This is truly such a divine blessing. So second week, ooh, this is gonna be a beautiful one for you. Beautiful. What else could I tell you? Three of Cups, Ten of Cups. I don't know. I'm seeing like get-togethers, meeting up with people where you're able to just have a lot of laughter, a lot of good times, a lot of good memories. There's like a celebration. For some, maybe there's a wedding. I don't know if you're the one getting married, but hey, enjoy if that is you. Let's take a look into the third week. But second week looks really fucking awesome. First week, you're just overcoming whatever mental blocks. And then the second week, it's like, all right, we're getting the ball rolling. We're feeling in control of our reality. We're getting everything planned and mapped out, and we're dedicating ourselves. We're devoted, we're consistent, and we have the support, we have the backup, we have the team, we got the community. Doors are wide open. So third week, let's take a look into the third week for Cancer. What can you expect in the third week of August 2026? What can Cancer expect? So we got the Ace of Cups, first card out. Probably the third week of August, for the beautiful Cancerian that is watching, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Immediately was like hearing like a loyalty. We have a Queen of Swords, so double queens. No flyers yet. Tell me about the third week of August for Cancer. And then we have the Five of Cups with the Two of Cups underneath that, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so now the third week, we switch gears. Second week was a lot of fire. Makes sense. The new moon, solar eclipse in Leo, fire energy is hot. All right, it's getting hot, it's getting steamy, it's getting sweaty. Third week, it is like a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, a lot of relationship stuff, and needing to find the middle ground between like feels versus logic, and being practical and like analytical, but also still giving space to express yourself. And there's There's something here. Here we got the Ace of Cups. Third week of August. This is highlighting self-love, forgiveness of the self, and whatever that maybe you were struggling with in the first week, whatever blocks or emotions or fears, right? This is now where you are healing and filling your cup and filling up your energy, filling up your bottle. But now this also is inviting you of opening up to new relationships, new love, new connections or existing connections, but taking it to a deeper level of intimacy. And the next card we have is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is all about that nurturing element, right? She's just so supportive and nourishing and healing, and she brings in safety. So this feels like the third week is very much safe to express yourself freely and be well received and loved and adored and appreciated. And there's like loyalty. That's what I'm getting. It's like loyalty. Those who are loyal to you and you're loyal to them. And it's like this equal give and take. We do have Queen of Pentacles to a Queen of Swords. So it's like you have those boundaries. So maybe third week of the month, your boundaries could be tested a little bit. So pay very close attention to who is testing your boundaries, because I am seeing we have a Five of Cups and a Two of Cups. There's someone in particular. Wait, whoa. We have all three queens out here. 3 out of 4 queens. We had the fourth one, the Queen of Wands, in the second week. That's interesting. So you're in like your feminine energy, which is like about receiving and creating and like kind of honing in on what's going on internally and the imagination. So this is really interesting. This is really interesting. Third week is gonna be, I feel like an emotionally heightened time for you, whoever you are. So this is where boundaries are under the microscope. 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups. So there's a relationship here that is weighing on your heart, and there's a level of disappointment, hurt feelings, feeling neglected, feeling alone, feeling like you were in the same room, but yet we feel oceans apart. I don't feel like there's a disconnect here, or someone here, well, maybe they're not trying as much as they used to. Like the give and receive. This goes back to the give and receive. Maybe this goes back to someone that you're not on the best of terms with, and this is a chance to kind of rekindle things or smoothen things out. Forgiveness and stuff like that we talked about in the first week spread. So 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups. There's still love here, but right now, right now, third week, we're talking like present tense, but this is for the third week. This hasn't happened yet, but third week, you're feeling like, damn, kind of blue, kind of disappointed. I feel like I'm all alone in this relationship. Where the fuck are you? You're not present. You're not supporting me as the Queen of Cups. She needs someone that is going to be reciprocal with the feels, with the emotions, with the ability to be emotionally available. She needs someone that is going to meet her at that depth. And what we have at the bottom, we have a Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the World. So there might just be this recognition of you and someone just aren't on the same wavelength, or there's an incompatibility, because we have Queen, 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 and then Page, Page. So there is like an energetic difference, an emotional difference, a mental difference, an intangible difference too. So Queen of Pentacles versus the Page of Pentacles. Someone that carries a lot of potential, but they still have a lot of growing to do, and they're not a king, right? So in a way, when dealing with this person, it's kind of asking you to either you have to raise them up to meet you at your level, or you have to take a few steps down to meet them at their capacity. And we don't have any cups over it. We had the Page of Cups at the beginning of the reading, but is that enough? Is that enough? Page of Swords versus a Queen of Swords. I feel like sometimes it could represent like not seeing eye to eye. Like there's some similarities, but then there are also a lot of differences, and what you've already grown and mastered and learned and evolved, they're just starting to understand, but like there's still a lot of like missing pieces that they're just there's a lot of growing to do, and I'm not sure if this is just somebody that's younger than you. Maybe it's your children if you have any, but there seems like there's a level of, well, underneath these pages we have the world and the Three of Swords. So you might be looking at this person like, oh, if they have a deadline by the end of the month, if things don't improve, then like I gotta walk away, or I gotta cut my losses, or I have to move forwards or move on. And it is kind of heart-wrenching here with this Three of Swords. Three of Pentacles. There's a cycle, there's a door that's closing the 3rd week of August for this collective. And it just brings up some heavy feels. Okay, so taking a look into the 4th week, that's when we have the lunar eclipse in Pisces. And Pisces is the final sign in the zodiac, and Pisces does represent like karma and endings and closure, spiritual awakening, and a bunch of other things, but just to keep it short and sweet. So this full moon in Pisces is the last eclipse we have in Pisces, and then next eclipse season, it'll all be in Aquarius and Leo. So this should be kind of like wrapping up loose ends since 2025, like a cycle that began at the beginning of 2025. This lunar eclipse in Pisces is kind of tidying up the last 2-ish years, or a year and a half, or however long, whatever specifics. So the 4th week of August for you, Cancer, what can you expect? Well, there you have it. The world, completion, closure, the end of a cycle, but having this level of acceptance and awareness, like it all is going to be okay and everything is always working out for you. Hey, look at the 3 of Cups at the bottom, which is like, there's a level of happiness when it comes to this ending. There's some sort of satisfaction. We have the 7 of Wands. Tell me about the 4th week of August for Cancer. Okay, 7 of Cups falling on top of the world. We also have 6 of Pentacles. Whoa, Flyer, and the Devil. What's at the bottom? We have the King of Wands. Okay. Capricorn energy coming out as well. So the world and the 7 of Cups. Well, this is kind of giving like out-of-body experience. She's meditating in the World card. The 7 of Cups is all about like illusions as well as fantasies and dreams. But as we can see, there's like a dragon here, a flying dragon, and it can represent like fantasies and make-believe. And the fact that we do have the Devil out here, there does seem to be something that is being brought to your attention because it's either causing some sort of harm, or it's like obsession, or it has control over you, and it's about the need for you to protect yourself. And the 7 of Wands, my eyes immediately were drawn to this shield. It's like you're being shielded from something, or divine protection. You're definitely being watched over by your guides, your angels, your loved ones. And it just seems as if there's something that you're being protected from. And you may not fully understand exactly why, but there's this level of acceptance and like trusting that it's part of the bigger picture, and you're just not able to see it fully. And there might be a lot of questions and confusions as to why certain things are taking place, or with dealings with certain individuals. But there seems like you have this inner knowing to protect yourself, or to put a firm boundary and protect your peace. Because when we look at this World card, she is fully at peace. It is love. It is light. She's embracing the transformation. She's not attached. She is like, literally her hands are open to receive. And I just feel, and by the way, double 7, 7, 7. Maybe your birthday was the 7th of July. Hope you had a great birthday season, by the way. But there's just the need for you to prioritize your overall well-being, and the reciprocation of what fuels, what feeds you, what nourishes you, versus what just strips away your time, your energy, your happiness, you know, like whatever that's just like sucking the life out of you. And I am seeing with the 6 of Pentacles to the Devil, there has been something you have been giving a lot of your effort and energy and emotions, or your money, or there's something that you've been investing in, and it hasn't it hasn't been good. And I don't know if this is like some kind of addiction or substance even, or unhealthy coping mechanism that you resort to when you feel uncomfortable, self-sabotaging tendencies, whatever that might be. But this full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces is kind of bringing that up to the surface. Whatever that still needs to be purged, whatever that you have to address that you've been avoiding, or you felt unprepared or not ready, or you didn't have the courage to do. This is you having to take that step forwards and be brave and to probably initiate something, because we have the King of Wands at the bottom. King of Wands, he is the initiator. He's the one that takes action. He leads. He isn't told what to do. He's the one who decides. So I feel like this is where you are not letting destiny just take its course and just let God. Like, this is where you're like, no, I actually have to rise up. I actually have to do something. I can't just hang here, literally hang man. I can't just hang around and expect things to change. Okay, I've been looking at this from this angle, this perspective. I've been giving a lot of thought, but nothing's changing. Nothing changes until you change. Hangman, High Priestess, a lot of inner work that you've been doing, a lot of shadow work, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of spiritual stuff. Pisces, double Pisces. But I feel like that lunar eclipse in Pisces at the end of the month is going to kind of just like push you forwards and make some necessary changes, choices, or adjustments. And even the Seven of Cups goes back to choices and options that are available. And yeah. Interesting stuff. We have a Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, which would represent success, abundance, recognition. If this is like a home business or something that you are thinking about pursuing that is involving money and probably other people, maybe real estate, maybe something to do with renovating homes. I don't know, but there seems to be like you're in the focus of a lot of people's eyes, a lot of attention, a lot of eyes on you. There is another thing coming up, Ten of Swords underneath the Ten of Pentacles, an ending of a contract, an ending in a family, or a marriage, or some sort of, let's see what's underneath that, Knight of Wands and the Hermit. Some of you are going to be, towards the end of the month, you might be isolating yourselves from a group of people that just aren't a good match, and they're negatively impacting you. And after giving it a lot of thought, and after maybe giving a lot of benefit of the doubt, you're now choosing yourself, and you're taking the initiative to walk away from what doesn't serve you, or something that's been very like draining and toxic and very unhealthy, right, with the Devil. And if that's not the case, you're making some changes in regards to your health and well-being that will have long-term effects in a positive way, like long-term improvements by you cleaning whatever this is up. You're cleaning some things up this month. All right. Whew, I don't know. It feels kind of heavy. I'm gonna cleanse after this reading. I think it needs a little cleansing after this. But I hope this helps, and definitely let me know how it resonates. Come back to this reading throughout this month. Might make more sense. Some of these things I might be saying right now, you're like, huh? The fuck is she talking about? What? Come back to this a couple weeks from now. Might make sense. And maybe go back to a couple readings ago and see how it resonates now, right? Time is fluid. Time is not real. It's man-made. But yeah, I love you. Let me know how it resonates. Leave a like and subscribe for more. And I shall see y'all later. Have a fantastic day. Happy eclipse season. Bye.